my channel Instant Engineering. So the next topic is point form of Ohm's law for conductors. Okay, we generally know Ohm's law, right? V is equal to IR. So how you can apply that law for conductors, we'll see in this video. All right. So see when external field is applied, electric field, okay, is applied to a conductor, the free electrons present in the material experience a force. Firstly, in conductor there are a lot of free electrons, okay, they'll be moving randomly here and there. Okay, so when you apply some electric field to that conductor, those electrons whatever are present, they will experience some force. Okay, for example, I'm giving you, suppose you consider this is a conductor, okay, electrons are randomly moving here and there. Okay, there's no particular direction for this. So when this conductor, it is applied, some electric field is applied to it, okay, then this conductor will behave like this. All the electrons will align themselves in some direction. Okay, suppose this direction, they are the flow of electrons takes place. Okay, this flow of electrons is nothing but current is produced in that. That is what the thing happens in our electrical wires and all. Inside, this is the process. So when you're not giving any supply, these electrons will be randomly here and there. So when you're giving some electric field to that, they will align themselves and they'll form into a flow, and that flow of electrons is nothing but current. Okay, so that is what is telling. That when we are telling these electrons are aligning themselves, that means there is some force produced in that. Okay, because of that force only they are aligning themselves, and because of that current is produced. Okay, see now this statement is clearly understood. When external electric field is applied to a conductor, the free electrons present in the material experience a force. This force on an electron is given by F is equal to minus E into E. See, this E is the electron, charge of the electron. So charge of the electron is always negative, right? That is 1 minus a charge of electron is taken as minus 1.609 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Okay, so this is charge of the electron. So electric field is applied. So that is what F is equal to minus E into E. So this is nothing but under the impact of this force, the electron moves and accelerates. That's what, right? Because this force is applied over here, these electrons will they will move and they will accelerate. Accelerate is nothing but they'll come into motion. Okay, that is nothing but current is produced. Now, if that material is crystalline in structure, crystalline means something like it is jam packed. Okay, something like this. Okay, I mean that is like crystal lattice we say, right? So this is some kind of a crystal structure. Okay, if that material crystalline structure, the accelerating electron suffers a series of collisions because of crystalline. Obviously, if the electrons are present here, it will collide with this one, it will collide with this one, it will collide here, it will collide here. So because of that, it will attain some velocity also, that is called as drift velocity, and it is denoted by the letter Vd. Okay, understood? So because of its crystalline structure, that electron will hit with all this material, crystal material, and because of that, it will attain some kind of speed or some kind of velocity. That velocity is called as drift velocity. Okay, so that is denoted by Vd is related to electric field. Because you gave electric field only, all this is happening, right? So this is related with electric field. So E, that is given as Vd is equal to mu E into E. So mobility of electrons is occurring because of electric field, and the charge of electrons is negative. That's why we got minus sign, and Vd is the drift velocity. It's a product of mobility of electrons because of electric field. Vd is equal to mu E into E. Okay, see these kind of derivations, I know it is difficult to remember these definitions and all. So if you understand this concept, you can write this on your own. I mean, you can remember it on your own and write. So okay, I think it's clear now. See, I'm just repeating once again. If the electrons in some material, they are randomly moving here and there. So you applied some external electric field to it, then the force is produced over there. Because of that force, electrons will move and accelerate. So because of this structure is crystalline structure, they will hit with each other, and because of that they'll attain some drift velocity. So drift velocity is mobility of electrons and in electric field. Okay, just to make you remember this, I'm explaining one more time. All right, don't get bored. Yeah, now see, we also know J. J is current density. Current density is given by rho v into V. The first video in this chapter, the conductors and dielectrics, I have made this relation between these two. Current density is rho v into V. Rho v is nothing but the linear charge velocity, okay, into V. So if we consider this velocity, what we are getting here is nothing but drift velocity, no? So take that as V is equal to Vd, and rho v is here we are taking for electrons, no? So consider it as rho e is for electron. Alright, so J can be written as, okay, so this J can be written as, see, rho e, I'm converting this in rho e, V is Vd. So putting Vd is, we got from here, Vd is minus mu into E, right? So this one, just substituting this in the place of Vd over here. Okay, so you will get that answer something like this. Okay, then J is equal to minus rho e mu e E. Okay, so rho e is nothing but free electron charge density. It is negative. Charge, electron charge will be always negative. That's why we took it as negative. Alright, now if you consider these 2 points, mu e and rho e, as sigma in the above equation, we get J is equal to sigma into E. Minus also we are considering here. So J is equal to sigma E. Sigma is nothing but it is mho per meter. So this is how we will represent it. So this rho is also called as conductivity. Okay. So the relationship is J is equal to sigma E is termed as point form of Ohm's law. This is what we were trying to prove. J is equal to sigma E. Okay. Sigma is conductivity, E is electric field. I hope this is clear and it is understandable, right? So if you have any doubts, please let me know. So next we will see the how to derive this Ohm's law. Okay, we'll see in the next video. Thank you.